just out here in a beautiful villa in Bali. We just had a 2-day mastermind with loads of 6 and 7 figure entrepreneurs. I've been working with Alex for probably half a year or so now.
6 to 8 months.
6 to 8 months, yeah. I've helped him set up his taxes. So just wanted to ask him a couple of questions, how you found working with me, how we met, and just to get a bit of an insight of how your overall...
Well, I first heard of you when one of my friends had referred you, because I just started working in the online space, just left my corporate job, just left everything I ever known, but unaware, dipping into the online world, what was possible, how to really make money, or how to sort up structures. I always heard of 0% taxes and things like that. I just thought it was a myth. But when I actually got referred to you by, I can't remember who it was, but one of my friends who I met in Mexico said that they used you, and I looked into it more, and I was like, this actually could be something that works. And I got on a call with you. And again, as anyone is skeptical, I'm like, how does this work? Is this a scam? Where's the caveat? How am I actually paying 0%? But then it actually it took me by surprise when you went over things. Very seamless, very simple. And I actually understood that you could pay 0%. And when we actually got on board, it was very simple to do so. I had no idea about tax returns, filing it, the numbers. I didn't want to get caught by whoever else is chasing you. So I just came to you. I was like, what do you need from me? Let's fix it, let's do it. And it just made life 20 times easier, because I just gave you all the details, came back a week later, and I was sorted. And it just made life 20 times easier, because I didn't want to be looking over my shoulder thinking I fucked up or I've done it wrong, even if I do put the effort in. So it was just good to know that if I left it with you, again, it's very hands-off, job done, and I can just not worry, sorry.
For context then, just for everyone watching, what is it exactly that you do? So obviously no one knows anything at the moment, but what do you do?
I'm a personal brand consultant, so I run my own business where I help entrepreneurs scale their personal brands and grow their business organically. So that's a very new business venture as well. Now, obviously when you set up abroad, you need to have the right tax structures so that you don't have HMRC come in. So I've been doing that now for a little while, and having Lewis in my corner by doing that made things very, very simple, because especially when you start a company up, again, I'm not a business-minded person. I just like making content. So when it comes to the structures and the setups and the woozy-wazy BS sort of things, I won't swear. But yeah, it's very calming knowing that someone has all the right information, knows what they're doing to guide you through the process. So yeah, it's very helpful.
Yeah, I think one thing you mentioned about, you said it almost seems too good to be true. You were a bit on the fence. I think there seems to be a common misconception online. There's a lot of these sort of gurus and scammers out there. So what actually sort of put you at ease working with you? And I guess why did you actually, I know you said referral, but...
I think it was the chartered accountant thing. So obviously I come from a very corporate well, not very corporate, but I came from a corporate background.
UK corporate background.
I just came from a UK corporate background working in a job like that. And obviously in the environment you were in, you believe, you can't make money online, you can't pay 0% tax, all these limiting beliefs, or you just don't even think it's possible. But when I seen that Lewis was a chartered accountant, did it for 10 years, also had a corporate background, and was paying 0% tax, and was living abroad, I was like, okay, so there is credibility to it. It's not some 21-year-old who's just been flying out here and living in Bali. I could save you some money on tax. I'd be like, fuck off.
Nah, it's really good.
But because I've seen you had gone through the hard yards, you've got the accountancy, I knew your story, it gave me belief, it gave me trust to put faith in you to help me with that. And then since then, it's just been seamless.
Okay, so I guess one thing I'm interested to know is sort of what was the point where you were like, I need to sort my taxes out? And taxes aside, what has been the biggest benefit, since working with you? Was it clarity, peace of mind? What has been the biggest sort of pain relief, I guess, since you now know that you are compliant with HMRC and don't have to worry about HMRC coming knocking when you're living out in...
I think it's the stress aspect, because like I say, I'm trying to figure out this business stuff, the structure stuff, but I'm also trying to do the fulfillment, do the service delivery. But I've got all these overlooming worries over whether I'm doing it right, whether I'm doing anything. The biggest stress relief, I suppose, is just knowing I'm being compliant, knowing I'm doing it right, and knowing I'm not having that worry or that fear that it can come around to bite me later in the year. Be like, oh yeah, you've worked for 5 years, you thought you did it right, but now you owe 45 grand in taxes because you fucked up. That's not what I wanted. And especially since coming online and trying to figure all that shit out myself. Yes, you can use ChatGPT, but at the same time, if I use ChatGPT and still do it wrong, then it's on. I'm then liable, and I'm still paying all this money and these fines. For me, I always believe if I can just invest into something and just get it done quickly, correctly, and stress-free, then absolutely. And it saves me money, so it made just complete sense to go ahead with this and just literally, like I say, just disregard all your worries, stresses and taxes just onto this man who's done the hard yards and knows what he's on about. So that's probably my biggest thing that it solved for me.
Yeah, no, that's a great point. It is like a massive stress relief. Like I said about you helping with my content. For reference, I work with Alex. He helps me do my content. So if you're the content guy, he's your man. But yeah, it is just like taking a weight off your shoulders. You want to grow your business. You don't want to be worrying about numbers. Like I don't want to be worrying about content. So I guess
It's true expertise.
yeah, it's completely different. When you like as business owner, you know, if you can't do something, then just pay someone to do it for you.
Absolutely.
Like you're saving time and knowing that it's handled
Well,
correctly.
I think that's what made it a no-brainer. Is like, well, I would pay X amount in taxes, or I pay you and save money in taxes. So it just becomes a no-brainer thing. It's like you pay this amount, or you pay this amount. So it becomes quite a simple thing. It's just a logical thing for me, and that's why we started working together in the first place. So I was like, oh, that just makes complete sense, and you're actually legit. So yeah, take it.
It's a no-brainer offer.
Yeah.
Well, not even an offer, it's just a no-brainer. So I guess just to wrap this up then, what would you sort of tell someone who's sort of on the fence about A, sorting their taxes, or B, working with me? Because there are lots of guys who put their head in their sand and like, I'll sort it later. So what would you say to them?
Sorting the taxes, I'd say you need to sort your taxes, because if you think you can just leave the country and, you know, be fine, you can't, because HMRC will come dragging down and like after you. I found that out with student loans and stuff, that they will be on your case no matter what.
If not now, it's when.
Yeah, it could be 10, you might have been gone 6 years without them, but 7 years in, they might come after. I think the stress thing with taxes is just do it right once, and then you don't have to worry about it again. And then working with Lewis, more so just like actual sound fucking guy, because there's loads of guys like, accountants, I'm not going to lie, you have got the perception of accountants being snobby or just a bit of wankers really. But sound as fuck guy, like, we really get along, and it just made everything seamless on my end, because I didn't have to worry, I didn't have to stress, he took all the burden away from me. And it just made life 20 times easier, especially when you are trying to run a business, especially when you are trying to make money and focus on your own problems, your own stresses. You don't want some magic man who's going to come take your money to worry you as well. So this is your magic man to solve all your money problems when it comes to tax, that is. He's the man. That's what I'd say.
No, I appreciate the words. So I guess I'll leave it there. Thank you, brother. Well, me and Alex are off to, what are we doing for the rest of the day? You're flying home to the UK, actually.
Going home to the UK with no HMRC.
Yeah, see, Alex says we worked out the exact number of days, so that's another point as well. But no, we'll leave it there then. We're off to the gym, wrap up the mastermind at the villa.
Yeah.
Film some more content.
Absolutely.
This is what life's all about, guys.
Yeah.
Peace and love.
Thank you very much. Thank you.